How many times have your plates almost got confiscated this trip?
Twice in 2 days.
What is up, my friend? This is Jason, and I happen to be in Querétaro with my friends Cassie and Nate of Native Nomads, and we figured since we're in the same spot, why don't we ask some questions about what's going on with each other? So, here we go. So, what is Native Nomads?
So, back in Portland, Nate had a company called Native Gardener, so that was mainly focused on native plants. And then I'm half Native American, Navajo, so we've always sort of had an interest in native things. It sounds silly, but basically when we went traveling, we wanted to know more about local culture and also indigenous culture. So like right now in Merida, we are gonna start a documentary called Faces of the Modern Maya. So very interested in the Mayan people and what their lives are like now, and then also native habitats are a huge do you want to talk about that?
Exactly. Restoration of native habitats, just promoting good environmental policies, and trying to protect nature wherever we can.
What did your lives look like 5 years ago compared to now?
Compared to now. 5 years ago, we were in the States, in Portland, Oregon, working probably 60-hour weeks. Living in kind of a crappy apartment. Right?
Yeah, we were, I think 5 years ago for me, I had Good Luck Productions, so I was making like little videos for people. I was teaching yoga, which was great. Unsure of the future and dreaming about traveling. We would try to travel when we could, but really started listening to Zero to Travel podcast and started realizing, wait, there are people that travel whenever they want, for as long as they want, and they can still work on the road. So I think that idea just maybe started 5 years ago.
Yeah, and now we are Mexican residents, at least temporarily, living down in Merida, Mexico.
Still figuring it out, still on the journey, but we're able to work really wherever we want on the road, anywhere in the world. We found a bunch of expat friends and local friends in Merida. We're learning Spanish. I would just say living the life of our dreams.
Yeah, and working really hard.
All right, so what does a week in your life look like right now? Like, are you working? Are you just sitting on a beach somewhere?
So, a week in my life, I guess you go day by day. My wake up time is about 3:45 a.m., where I teach on VIP Kid for about 4 hours. And then my work day typically starts after a good cup of coffee. Oh, yeah, sorry. She drinks coffee. I drink tea. But I also make the coffee. Then our work day starts, where we write articles, film, travel. Right now we've been driving for about 6 hours a day while working, and going to get our residency.
Yeah, so we've been on the road for the last couple of weeks, but when we're back in Merida, a lot of it is kind of sometimes being home buddies, working on articles, writing, for me editing vlogs, also editing things for clients that I have, and so editing video stuff. And then sometimes it's co-working with friends there, and then many different times we will just take a half day off or something and go to the beach or go to a cenote, or walk around Merida when it's not too hot. And yeah, just like really enjoying life, so a good work-life balance.
I've been to Merida. It's hot. It's really hot. So what's one of the misconceptions that you had coming into this different life compared to the reality of this life?
I mean, I guess sometimes it's glamorized, like the whole sitting on a beach somewhere in Bali with the laptop on your lap. To tell you the truth, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but no, I think the misconceptions would mainly just be that it's still work, and I think entrepreneurship, no matter if you're location indie or you are just in one location, it's a lot of work. And it's a lot of work for like no pay at the beginning, so you have to really believe in what you're doing. And I think a lot of it is just like figuring out what your purpose is and what your contributions to the world are going to be, and you have to have faith in that, because a lot of the startup you're not going to be making money, so it's also been a sort of figuring out how to make enough money and then still have the work-life balance and enjoy the travel. So like, you have enough social time, you have enough time to actually like focus and have deep work time with your projects, and you also get to enjoy wherever you are, because you could easily go travel across the world and just sit in your Airbnb the entire time and do nothing. So I don't suggest that. So yeah, I think finding balance.
Yeah, I think misconception number 2 is that not everybody that travels full time is a trust fund kid. I mean, we all work, we all have to earn money, and then we kind of trick credit cards into making it so we can fly for cheap. I didn't inherit $1 million. I work every single day so that we can continue to travel. I just have found out a way that I don't have to be in a single place to be able to do that.
I think one more misconception is just like what you're seeing on social media, and it's the same with us, is like people's highlight reels. So of course, like you're gonna see the beautiful pictures on the beach and all that, and that is all true, but as Nate said, there's a lot of work that goes into it, and I think sometimes there's a lot of frustrations, which is normal. It's completely natural. You're in a new place, you're learning a new language, you're trying to navigate where you're going. Like driving through Mexico has been really fun, but on the other hand, there's been issues like, you know, our plates getting taken because we didn't understand the streets on the side, or the signs on the streets. So there's just certain like learning curves, but I think that's all part of the journey, and it would be kind of boring if it was just perfect the whole time. So
Exactly.
For me, like having less possessions means I can spend more time on other things, but one of the misconceptions is like you're gonna have all this free time. It's not true, because I spend half of my new free time trying to figure out what the hell is going on in this new city around me, where things are at, what the language is. So it's a trade-off of like you almost thought you were gonna have this free time, but in reality you're filling that free time up with another type of work. All right, so where can people find you if they want to know more about Native Nomads?
you can go to nativenomadlife.com, which is our website and our blog. On Instagram, we're Native Nomads Vlog.
You can also find us roaming around Mexico.
How many times have your plates almost got confiscated this trip?
Twice in 2 days.
And
One time
One time they
successful.
actually did get taken.
Yeah, one time successful.
And we got bribed once, and we paid them, and we got bribed for our gas can coming in.
That's true.
But that's
we
okay.
paid our tolls this time.
So while there is the beautiful side of this life, there is the reality of some of the things you might have heard. But
Smile through it.
That's part of the learning curve, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, off to Guanajuato.
Off to Guanajuato.
right.
Adios.
Hasta luego.
Adios, amigos.
All right, sweet. So Cassie and Nate are off to Guanajuato. Literally, like within a few minutes, we're doing this like totally last second. So check them out. I'll put some links to them, and yeah, catch you on the flip side. Peace.
Coming at you from Querétaro, Native Nomads and Nomad Experience, or we could say Native Nomads and you could say Nomad Experience.
I love it.
Experiments. Oh God, can I even talk? And then we could
should change your
say.
Yeah, everybody does.
Sorry. And wait, no, you have to wait for me to say roll.
He's rolling.
I'm rolling.
Say take one.
Take 2.
You have to say take 1 or 2 or 3.
Okay.
This is what it's really like. It's like herding hamsters.
Good.
Are you rolling?
Yeah, I've been rolling the whole time. This is great.
Rolling.
Take 3.
I wasn't rolling. I'm just kidding.